Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Rusbe. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 5.14. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now looking at this geometry, we have the 3D model, top view, front view, and section AA. My preference is to start with the top view and making a 2D sketch of this top view and then extruding that part. I'm going to extrude it once for the base of the geometry, and second time I'm going to extrude it for just making these buses. After that, I will focus on making this hole, through hole, and the final cutout in this geometry. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and as you can see, we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now I click on a sketch, and I choose top plane. Here we need two circles, so let's click on circle command, and I'm gonna make two circles. The diameter of the outer circle is 19 millimeter. The diameter of the inner circle should be 6 millimeter. Also, we need to draw a line, something like this here. According to the top view, the distance between this line and the center point of the circle should be 8 millimeter. If you want, you can clean the design. It's not really necessary. You can just get rid of this portion of the geometry. So what I can do, I can click on trim entities and I can cut this part. Okay, so now I have this 2D sketch. Click on OK, click on feature, click on extrude bus. Here, I'm going to change the setting to midplane, and according to the front view, the thickness that we need for the main part of this geometry should be 14 millimeter. We also need to select this contour and this, both of them. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's the main part of the geometry. Now I need to make a small buses here, right? So in order to do that, you can click on extrude bus. Click on this drop-down menu, the model tree, click on bus extrude, and activate the previous sketch. So when you activate this sketch, you can click on select contour, right click and clear that selection, and here I only want to select this middle contour. So select that. This time, the length or the height for this part of the geometry should be 19 millimeters. So I'm going to change 14 to 19. Now you can see from both sides, we can see this buses. Click on OK, and that's it. Awesome. So now we have the main part of the geometry made. Next, we need a through hole, a long hole from left side to the right side of the geometry with a diameter of 6 millimeters. So in order to make that, you can click on a sketch, and then here I'm going to choose front plane, and all you need to do is to make a circle here. The diameter of this circle should be 6 millimeter, so I assign 6 millimeter, and now you can see the sketch. Click on feature, click on extrude cut, and then here all you need to do is from this drop down menu you can choose through all both sides. Click on OK, and that's it. So now this part of the geometry is also made. Last step is to make a hole with a 10 millimeter diameter and 4 millimeter depth. In order to make that hole, you have two options. You can either make a plane or reference geometry and draw a sketch on that plane and then extrude cut it, or you can directly use extrude cut command with the offset value. I'm going to show you both methods. I believe in this question they actually want you to make a plane, make a sketch, and do the cutout, but it doesn't hurt you to know both methods. So I'm going to show you both approaches here, and then at the end of the day, it's up to you to choose the one which is more comfortable for you. Okay, so first let's start by making a plane. Of course, in order to make a sketch, we need a plane, and in order to make a plane, I can click on reference geometry and I can choose plane. Now here for the plane, I have this front plane. So select this front plane, and all we need is a plane parallel to the front plane. Now, as for the distance, let me go back to the question to show you something. In the question, as you can see, the outer diameter of this circle is 19 millimeter. So we can find the radius of this circle. The radius of the circle is 19 millimeter divided by 2, which is 9.5 millimeter. Now we know that from the furthest point of the circle to the bottom side of the cutout, we have 4 millimeter distance. So that means the distance between the plane and the original front plane should be 9.5 minus 4 millimeter, which is 5.5 millimeter. Okay, so let's go back to SolidWorks and then make that plane. Okay, here, based on what I explained, the distance that we need to have between this plane and the original plane should be 9.5 millimeter minus 4, which is equal to 5.5 millimeters. So now I have this plane. Click on OK, and that's it. So I have the plane. Next step, I click on a sketch. I click on a sketch. The plane is selected. So click on circle and then make a circle. Of course, the diameter of the circle should be 10 millimeters. So let's add 10 millimeter here. The circle is fully defined. Click on feature. Click on extrude cut. Now here, click on the drop down menu. And from the options you see here, I just need it to be on one side, right? So what you can do, you can go to up to next. And we don't need direction 2, right? So we want this extrusion to happen up to the next surface in just one direction. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's a cutout that we want. As you can see, on one side we have 6 millimeter, on the other side we have 6 millimeter and 10 millimeter. Okay? So that's the first method. Now let me show you the second method, which is way easier. So here, let's go back to this step and let's make the hole again. So in order to make a hole, instead of making a plane, I click on a sketch, I click on a sketch, and again I choose the front plane, the original plane. And then here I make a circle. The diameter of the circle should be 10 millimeter. Okay, so now I have this circle right in the midplane. Now what you can do, you can click on feature, click on extrude cut, and then here you have multiple options. If you look at this section, you see from. That means where you want to start the cutout from. So basically here, right now we have this sketch. So it's saying that the cutout will start from this sketch. But what I need is to change this one to offset. So basically I want to tell SolidWorks that I want to start this cutout with an offset value. For the offset, exactly same things, 9.5 minus 4 millimeter, which is 5.5 millimeter. And for this one, click on the drop down menu and choose up to next. And then you can see that this is the preview. However, the direction is wrong. Of course, this is going from this offset value all the way to this surface. Go to direction, simply click on reverse direction. And now you can see the cutout starts from the offset value. This is the offset value. And then going all the way to the surface. Click on OK, and that's it. So we got the same result, but this time we didn't need to make a plane and make a sketch on plane. Again, at the end of the day, it's up to you. You can choose whatever method works for you guys. Okay, so now we have this geometry. Everything is ready to check the volume and make sure that this is the correct model. Let's go back to the question and check the total volume. In the question, as you can see, the total volume is 3,257 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks and check the volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mask Properties. And here you can see the total volume. The total volume that I found here is 3,256.9 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly same answer as shown in the question, which is showing our model is correct, and there's no problem with it. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any question or comments, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Rusbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.